For years, our older children have been bugging us to go camping. We take the kids on plenty of trips where they get to sleep in beds, but they have really been after that sleeping in a tent experience. And I get where they're coming from. One of the highlights of my life thus far was an 8-week backpacking trip that I did in my early 20s through New Zealand and Australia. And that included like 21 nights of camping, and I loved almost every minute of it. Not all of it, but most of it. But tent camping in the US in North Idaho is new for us, and now that our youngest child is 6, we are out of excuses, and we're also trying to get to know our new area out here in North Idaho, so this seemed like a great opportunity to explore and try something new. For our very first family camping trip, we chose to go to a KOA, which is the Campgrounds of America in Newport, Washington, at Little Diamond Lake, and in this video I am just going to tell you about our experience. Thank you for watching. My name's Leslie, and I make a new video every week about life and real estate here in North Idaho. If you do not hate watching my videos, then hit that subscribe button and turn the bell on for notifications. We moved out to Coeur d'Alene at the very beginning of 2023, so we've been here for over a year and a half now, and this channel has been a fun way for me to just share with others what I am learning and doing in the area as we get to know our new home. I am also a realtor. I've been selling homes for 10 years full time. So if you are thinking about making a move here and you want to talk about the market, give me a call or shoot me an email. I would love to connect with you. My contact information is in the description down below. I also have some really cool listings right now, so I'm going to put a link down below to those as well. So take a peek at those, share them with your friends. Back to camping. At first, I wanted to go to Farragut State Park to camp, but the sites were all booked up for the day we wanted to go. And yes, I meant day. Our intro to camping consisted of a 24-hour time commitment. Just one night, it gave us something to build on. Anyway, I wanted to stay close to home in case it backfired, if it was a total disaster and we wanted to bail and drive home. I did not want it to be like a multiple-hour drive. Another mom at my kids' school had told me about the KOA in Newport and said that they had a wonderful time when they were there. So that kind of popped into my mind. I just went off of her recommendation. Newport is about an hour from Coeur d'Alene. It is north of Spokane and west of Priest River. And to rent the tent site, the campground, it was about $50. So not bad. We had a gravel pad. There was a picnic bench, electricity, water, and then the bathrooms were just a short walk away. The campsite was dog friendly, so we brought our Bernedoodle Roxy along for the adventure. Let's go through the pros and cons. The Newport KOA has some awesome amenities. They have a pool, they have a small beach area on Little Diamond Lake. They've got a playground and a small store. The pool was fine. No dogs allowed in the pool, which means that my husband and I had to take turns sitting with her outside of the pool area. I think most campers in their RVs, they just leave their dog in the RV while they're like off doing other things, but we obviously did not have that as an option. Our dog is 4, and we have lived in a rural setting since we've had her. Like, we were on 10 acres before, now we're on 3. She's really not used to like people or noise or being outside of the house very much if it's not just like a walk. So this was the most exciting event of her life, and she was very nervous about the whole thing. Also, lots of dogs there barking also made her very nervous. Anyway, the pool was great for the kids. It was not heated, so it was a little cold, but they loved it. It was full. There were a lot of people there that day, and one thing I thought was a little strange is that they closed the pool at 3 o'clock. We thought that was kind of early, but I don't know if that was like a normal thing or not. The lake itself was very small and private. There are no houses on it at all. There was a small dock for fishing, but they had rules up that said no jumping off of the dock. My kids were pretty happy just swimming in the lake, but I really wish that we would have brought the paddleboard or a kid's kayak. That would have just made it more fun, given us more to do. It was not a crazy hot day, so the lake did not hold their attention for very long. And when we were done swimming, we went to the playground, which had a basketball court. It had a play set, swings, and a gaga ball pit. My kids love gaga ball. They were super excited about that. The swings were in a little bit of rough shape, but still safe enough to use. All in all, there was plenty of amenities to keep us entertained, which was way more than we were anticipating since we had an image in our mind of camping without entertainment. So this was all upside for us. Now let's talk about the things that did not go so well and what I would do differently next time. All right, next time we camp at a campsite like this, the first thing I'm going to do is take a walk around the campsites near ours and make sure we are not near a giant party. I'm going to do all of this before I set up a single thing. And here's what I'm going to look for. I'm going to look for like red flags. Are there more than 3 cars at one site? Are there multiple tent canopies shoved together? And a dead giveaway is if people are bringing multiple additional tables, like folding tables to set up to host like lots of people. That's going to be a big problem for me between 10 p.m. and midnight. Had I wandered down that dirt road a bit, I would have seen a tent canopy city with at least 8 folding tables set up to host a reunion extravaganza. There were plenty of campsites open that we could have moved to had we known that this was coming our way. We didn't do that. It was too late by the time we figured it out. The worst thing was that they set up an outdoor projector to play a very loud action movie. I think it was like Transformers. And they started that movie at 9:30 p.m. and it went to like 11:30. And it sounded like we were in a movie theater. So obviously my kids could not fall asleep. That was not ideal. Next time I will bring earplugs for everyone. Another thing I would do is bring a hornet trap. There were tons of wasps and hornets. No one got stung, but they were bothersome. We ate our dinner in the tent to get away from them. Other campers were ahead of this. They brought wasp traps for the wasps and the hornets. So now we know about that. All in all, I'd say our first time camping was successful, though not perfect. We had warned the kids beforehand that there were going to be loud people at the campsite, but we never really anticipated how obnoxious it was going to be. The kids still had a blast. They got that sleeping in a tent experience, and we are excited to try out another camping excursion that perhaps gives us more of like an in-nature feeling. I am looking into booking a night or two up at Farragut State Park so we can do that tree-to-tree adventure park and hang out at Beaver Bay. So I will report back on how that goes if I make it happen. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.